Right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to yoga. Let's get started by getting centered. So please sit comfortably and in whatever position that looks like for you. You can have your legs crossed, you could extend your legs, you could even lay down if you want to, but make yourself comfortable. Letting your eyes close. If you're seated, let your shoulders drop. We're just going to become aware of the breath here, aware of the feeling of your breath in your nostrils, aware of the breath in your belly, the movement of your chest and ribs. There's no wrong way to be aware of the breath. Just be aware of it and whatever attention calls to you from it. Maybe the breath feels small. Maybe it feels big. Maybe it feels smooth. Maybe it stops at times. And with your awareness on the breath, we'll begin to shape it by engaging the even breath. So making the length of your inhale and exhale the same. So inhaling for a certain number of counts and exhaling for an equal number of counts. And a count is whatever you use to measure time internally. Just do your best, evening out the length of the breath. Equal inhale and equal exhale. You can imagine that as you're breathing evenly, anything that feels imbalanced or unsteady in your life is finding steadiness and is finding balance. Just imagining what that could feel like. Your system coming into harmony, your mind feeling grounded, yet alert, awake and aware. Equal inhale, equal exhale. Any of the rough edges of life start to smooth out. You begin to find a sense of regulation. Equal inhale, equal exhale for just a few more rounds. And as you complete this next even exhalation, you can let go of the counting, letting the breath come to its now normal state. And from that place, then take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms together and lower the chin, honoring yourself just as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind. And it's in honor of all that we practice today. Go ahead and rub the palms together, please, creating heat. And taking the heated palms over your eyes or face, and gently brushing over the top of your head and down your neck, just giving yourself a wipe off as we get started here. So today we're going to begin on hands and knees. So move any props you have off to the side and come into table pose. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, knees beneath the hips, or just a little bit further back. Good. And we'll begin with some cat-cow, warming up the spine. So with your inhale, draw the shoulders down the back, look forward with your chest, and feel your tailbone lift behind you. As you exhale, round your upper back, feel the mid-back reach toward the ceiling, tucking the tail under. Inhale, drop the chest, look forward, tailbone lifts, and exhale, round the back. And just keep doing this. Inhale, looking forward, tail lifting. Exhale, rounding the back. Starting to wake up the spine here. And noticing what parts of your spine today might feel open, what parts of your spine might feel tight. Just kind of exploring this movement in these parts of the body. A little bit of movement for your shoulders here, also a little bit of movement for your hips. And then we're going to make this just a hair more dynamic. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, sink back into child's pose. Inhale, float back up to hands and knees. Exhale again, child's pose. Inhale back up. Keep going. Exhale, sinking back. Feeling a stretch in the lower back as you sink down. Inhale, rising back up. Just a couple more times. Good. Let's add downward facing dog to the mix. So inhale up to hands and knees. Exhale, curl the toes under and lift the hips. Inhale, gently float back down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Good. Let's keep that going. Inhale back up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, float back down. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Let's keep moving. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog or child's pose, alternating between the two. And really emphasizing this moving with your breath. You can imagine that the breath is helping the movement or instigating the movement. So you're breathing as long as you're moving, and you're moving as long as you're breathing. A couple more times through this movement. One last round. And take your time getting there, but as you land in down dog this time, go ahead and stay. If you'd like to, you can walk the dog out a bit, bending one knee and extending the opposite heel to the floor. And do try to feel some length in your spine here, lifting the hips toward the sky behind you, flattening out the back a bit. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Floating down. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Good. Taking an adjusting breath here, feeling whatever it is you're feeling. Good. Continuing our warm up. Inhale up to hands and knees. All right, from table pose, I'm going to ask you to extend your left leg out behind you and point the toes toward the floor. There's an inner rotation of the left hip here, so you're not splaying out this way. The toes are pointing down. Good. Now look forward with your heart and then lift the left heel, excuse me, lift the left heel as high as you can behind you. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, bend your left knee into your chest, round the back, and really pull the knee up as much as you can. Then inhale, extend back out and look forward. Exhale, bring it all back in. Inhale, extend out. And keep moving. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend it out. Really pulling up the knee at the bottom of the exhale, feeling a slight crunch on the left side of the abdomen. And then lifting the heel as high behind you as you can without externally rotating the hip. 3, 2, and then 1. Draw the knee into your chest. Keep it lifting. Pull it up. Round the back. Bring the forehead toward the knee. 3, 2, and 1. Extend out. Then place the knee down. Good. Swaying in the hips for a moment. Good. So we are going to be down in table pose for a little bit longer. So if you need to bring some cushion underneath your knees, please help yourself. Just a folded blanket would do. All right, doing the other side, extend your right leg out behind you. Again, pointing the toes toward the floor, that inner rotation of the right hip. Looking forward, take a deep breath in. With your exhale, knee to chest, round the back. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, bring it in. And keep going. Again, really pulling the knee in toward the chest, the bottom of the exhale, feeling a slight crunch on the right side of your abdomen. 3, 2, and 1. Draw the knee up and stay. Pull it up as much as you can, round the back, forehead toward the knee. Good. Extend out. Place the right knee down and sink into child's pose. Take an adjusting breath here. All right. Moving along, inhale back up to hands and knees. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit more work here on in table pose. So again, if you need cushion underneath the knees, go ahead and bring that. So you'll extend the left leg out behind you again. You can watch me do this first. I'll take a deep breath in. With the exhale, I'm going to bend the knee and then take it out to the side. We call this the fire hydrant. Then inhale, extend the leg back out to this behind you. Then exhale out to the side. Bring the knee up toward the shoulder and then extending back. So if you haven't joined me yet, please go ahead and do so. Left leg extending out. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring the elbow or the knee toward the shoulder. Good. Inhale, extend back. Exhale out to the side. Lifting the knee as high as you can. Back out. And back. Out to the side. And back. A couple more times. Good. And then take the knee out to the side. Lift it as high as you can. Bring it up toward the shoulder as much as you can. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Extend back. Place it down and sway in the hips. Good. All right, there is another side to do. So when you're ready, go ahead and extend your right leg out. Take a deep breath in. We'll do this all together. And with your exhale, bend the right knee and take it out to the side. Knee up toward the shoulder. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale out to the side. Inhale back. Exhale out. Keep going. Couple more times. 2, and then 1. Take the knee out to the side and stay. Again, lift it up as high as you can and up as high toward the shoulder as you can. Breathe. Good. Extend out and place the knee down. Child's pose once again. Taking an adjusting breath. All right, coming back up to hands and knees. We're gonna do one more exercise here that I promise will move away from this stance. All right, you're gonna extend your left leg out behind you. Again, leg parallel to the floor, that inner rotation of the hips, the toes pointing down to start. Now keep the hip internally rotating, bend the knee, and so the heel is pointing toward the ceiling. And we're just gonna do some donkey kicks here. So keeping the foot flexed, just start to pulse kick the ceiling with that left heel. And keep looking forward with your heart and breathe. Keep breathing. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee down. Sway in the hips. All right. And we have another side to do. When you're ready, go ahead and extend your right leg. Again, leg parallel to the floor, toes pointing down to start. That inner rotation to the right hip. And then bend the knee, heel pointing toward the ceiling, and pulse kick the ceiling. Good breathing here. Keep looking forward. Keep breathing. There's less instruction because we've done this on the other side, so less things to talk about here. Just breathe and feel. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee down, sway in the hips. And then sway back into child's pose. Go ahead and turn the palms up here, just giving the wrists a little bit of a break. Good. Then planting the palms. Inhale up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Feeling length in the spine here. You can even bend the knees a bit more than you normally do. Good. And then from here, walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into the standing forward fold. Right. In the forward fold, please press palms to shins. Come halfway up, extending the spine, the crown of the head reaching forward. You're looking down. Exhale, fold back down. We're going to do this a few more times. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Again, halfway up. And down. Up. Just halfway. And down. One more time. Halfway up, and this time stay. Drag the shoulders down the back again. The top of the head is pointing forward. You're looking down. Knees are gently bent as the legs are straight. And then move your hands onto your hips, really recruiting the strength of your back to keep the chest parallel to the ground. Good. And then gathering the strength of your lower back, inhale, stand all the way up. Whew. Feel sensation. It's happening in the body, especially around the lower back and down into the hips. A lot of the work we've been doing has been isolating that area. Okay. So taking your feet about shoulder width apart, make sure there's plenty of space around you. We're going to start spinning from side to side. So from here, just start to swing from side to side, letting the arms gently hit the body. And your back heel is lifting, helping your hips to move with you. Now, let the arms hit the body, especially down by the hips. This is helping to isolate the twisting more toward the lower back. And given the work we've done so far, that's probably a good thing. Good. Now we're going to go for about 2 minutes total. So you're about a quarter of the way through, and I want you to check in with your breath. Because we're constantly twisting, the breath can sometimes just stop altogether. Just start it back up again. Side to side. You're about halfway done. Again, checking in with your breath, deepening it if you need to. With this exercise, sometimes you just fall into a rhythm. Feels not so much like you're doing anything, but you're watching your body do something. And if that's not your experience, that's okay. Just keep practicing. But if it is your experience, notice that. There's a sense of flow state to it. Let's go for about 20 more seconds. Again, deep breath. 3, 2, and 1. Unwind to center. Maybe close the eyes and just feel for a moment. Of course, there's tingling in the arms and hands. You might notice a difference in your heart rate. You might feel the residual drumming sensation from the sides of the body and lower back. You also might feel calm. That exercise has a regulating effect on the nervous system, helping to pull you out of the fight or flight state and into your parasympathetic grounded state. That may or may not be your experience. All right, so when you're ready, allowing the eyes to open, bringing yourself back, bring your feet to stack underneath your hips and bring your hands onto your hips. Go ahead. And then you're going to draw your shoulders together behind you. And this draws the shoulder blades together. It also keeps the spine in alignment. So we're going to play around with chair pose. We want to try to keep the back as flat as we can here. So take a deep breath in. The exhale, bend your knees and sink down a little bit. It's okay to hinge at the hips. And inhale, come back up. Exhale, sinking down again. Inhale, standing up. Exhale, sinking down, only going as far as your body wants you to today. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sink. Inhale up a couple more times. Good, then coming back up and release. Beautiful. We're going to move into a sun salutation next. Go ahead and step to the top of your mat. And bring your palms together at your heart. Feel the shoulders drape down your back. Take a moment to find your breath. And we'll work to move with the breath. So with your next inhale, sweep your arms down, back, and up. With your exhale, hinge at the hips and swan dive, fold forward and down. Pressing palms to shins, come halfway up here. Exhale, fold down and step your right foot way back and bring the back knee to the floor. With your inhale, sweep the arms up into the crescent lunge. With the exhale, hands to the floor and straighten your left leg and pull the toes toward you, hamstring stretch. Inhale, rock forward, and exhale, gently step back to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Keeping the hands right where they're at, slither down onto your abdomen. Your hands will be down by your rib cage here, not under your shoulders like we normally do, because we're coming into upward dog. So roll the shoulders down and back, lift the chest, press the arms straight, and lift your knees. Look up. With an exhale, feel a pull behind your navel that brings you back into downward facing dog. Stay for a breath. Good. Then lift your right leg into the air. Exhale, step the right foot forward, help it through. Back knee to the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the floor, straighten the right leg, pull the toes back. Inhale, rock forward and step forward. Pressing palms to shins, come halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway up. And exhale down. Please step your left foot back this time, knee to the floor, coming into the crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, straighten your right leg, pull the toes toward you. Good. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, downward dog. Floating down onto hands and knees, inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Keep the hands planted, slither down onto your belly. Hands by your ribs. Press the arms straight, lift the knees. Exhale, pull back into downward dog. Stay for a breath. And then lift the left leg, inhale. Exhale, step the foot forward, help it through. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, straighten the left leg, pull the toes back. Then inhale, rock forward, step forward. Palms to shins, halfway. Exhale, release. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, inhale, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Keeping this energy moving, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up. And down, right foot, please, stepping back. Knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good, hands down, hamstring stretch. Pull the left toes back as you straighten the leg. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, stepping back. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Slithering forward into upward facing dog. Press the arms straight, lift the knees. Exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Your right leg lifts this time, inhale. Exhale, step it on through, help it forward. Back knee down, come on up, crescent lunge. Exhale, straighten the leg, pull the toes back. Good, rocking forward, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, release. Sweep the arms out to the sides, come all the way up. Palms to the heart. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Halfway. And down, left foot, stepping back. Knee down, crescent lunge. Good, hamstring stretch. Rocking forward, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hands and knees to child's pose. Inhale and exhale. Hands planted, slither into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts when you get there. Exhale, stepping the foot through, knee to the ground. Again, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down, straighten the leg, pull the toes back. Inhale, rock forward, step forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms out to the sides, coming up. And palms to the heart. We're going to do a couple more rounds, all right? So keeping it going. Inhale, lift. Fold. Halfway. And down, right leg steps. Knee down. Come up. Hamstring stretch. Rocking forward, stepping back. Hands and knees to child's. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg and step. Crescent lunge. And hamstring stretch. Rocking forward, step forward. Halfway up. And down. All the way up. Heart. One last time, inhale. Fold. Halfway. And down. Left foot. Coming up. Hamstring stretch. Rocking forward, stepping back. Hands and knees, child's pose. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps. Knee down. Crescent lunge. Hands down. Hamstring stretch. Rock forward, step forward, halfway up and down. Sweeping the arms out to the sides, coming all the way up. And palms to the heart. Good job. Feeling sensation from that movement. Good. Through our sun saluting, we called in a rainbow into the room. I have some translucent like window cling stuff that has like little prisms on it, and so that's what's happening. It's coming in through the other room. The sun is directly aligned with that right now, and so we get a little rainbow accent for a little while over here. So kind of cool. So I'd like us to play around with these lunges just a little bit more. So just to get us prepped, I'll have you step to the top of your mat and fold forward. And then from here, just step your right knee way back and bring the knee to the floor. Now from here, I'll ask you to keep your back toes curled under and bring your hands interlaced on top of your left thigh. Now, if this is too much for you, you can bring your hands down to the floor, maybe fingertips. If you have yoga blocks, those can work too, okay? But if you're able to, interlace on the front thigh. So you're feeling the hips sink down and forward, and then just pull yourself back a little bit, and then sink down a little bit further. Pull yourself back a bit, down further. We're gonna do this a few more times. If this back knee is not feeling like it wants to do this, you can always double your mat up real quick and give yourself just a little bit more cushion for that knee. You could also bring a blanket underneath it. Good. All right. So sinking the hips down and forward, we're going to work with the back leg a little bit more. So keeping the back toes curled under, as I have here. With the inhale, I'll have you lift the back knee. Keep the hip sinking. Exhale carefully, put it back down. That's the hard part. Inhale, lift it back up again. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, down. One more time, you can do it. Lift the back knee and stay. Get light on the hands here. Feel the chest lift. Breathe. Deep breath in. And exhale, bring the knee down, hands to the floor, stepping forward carefully. Definitely noticing what's happening in the leg, the right leg that is, as you do that. And let's do the other side, stepping the left leg back, knee to the ground. Good. So same prep here. You can bring your hands onto blocks, fingertips, or you can interlace your fingers on the front thigh. Back toes stay curled under for now, and we'll just that little pulsing in the hips that we were doing earlier. So just pull back a little bit and then sink forward more. Pull back a bit and sink forward more. And just keep going. Just feeling that gentle movement in the hips. It might not feel gentle, but the movement is slight, it's subtle. Good. And then sink to your capacity. And we'll start with the back. We'll start doing the back leg lift. So curling the toes under, lift the back knee, and then carefully put it down. Lift the back knee and carefully put it down. Keep going. Lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Let's do two more. Lift and lower. And then lift the back knee. Stay. Keep the hips sinking down. Breathe. Get light on the hands. Deep breath in. And exhale, put the knee down, hands to the floor, downward facing dog this time. Good. Taking a moment to adjust. Good. Then floating down onto hands and knees. Exhale, bend your elbows in towards your waist, bring your chest down to the floor, and release down onto the belly, releasing the hips. Good. So from here, I'd like you to come up onto your elbows, and the elbows are about an inch or so forward of your shoulder joints, palms and forearms pressing into the ground. Have this idea that you're peeling the belly away from the floor and drawing it forward, shoulders down the back, coming into Sphinx pose. And breathe. Wonderful. Let's do some work for the quadriceps, the taps of the thighs. So crossing your left arm in front of you, you're going to bend your right knee, and with your right hand, reach back and grab your ankle. Now, once you have this connection, naturally your right hip pops up off the floor. So draw the right hip back down to the floor. The left arm in front of you is keeping your chest from collapsing, so keep the chest lifting. And then just draw the right heel in toward your right hip. Good, and breathe. Now, be careful here as you're holding onto the back leg that you're not drawing it out to the side. You want to kind of keep it tractioning in line with the femur or your thigh bone. And breathe. Good. Now, when you let go, don't just let go. Don't just slingshot it to the floor, but let the right hip pull up first, and then gently bring the right leg back down to the floor. Just take a moment in center, feel sensation. Good. And then we'll do the other side. So lifting the chest, cross your right arm in front of you this time to keep the chest relatively lifted. Bend your left knee. With your left hand, reach back and grab hold of the ankle joint. Now your left hip pops up, ground it back down, just roll it back down there, and then draw your heel in towards your seat. Again, not letting the leg go out to the side, but really letting it traction right over the thigh bone. Lots to think about here. Breathe. Keep the left hip grounding. Almost done. Now again, it's tempting just to slingshot that foot to the floor, but don't do that. Instead, let the left hip lift up first and then relax the leg down. You can cross your arms in front of you for a moment and just bring the forehead to the back of the arms as you feel the left leg relax. Good. So from here, I'll ask you to roll onto your left side. Okay. So the hips are stacking. You can support your head with your arm if you'd like to, or you can just lay down. It's up to you. But maybe just watch me first before you relax too much here. So we're gonna do a little bit of work for this inner hip, lower back situation that we've been kind of working on. So a couple of things. What you'll do is you'll flex both feet, and then you'll bring the right big toe to the left heel, to the back of left heel. So basically the right leg just goes back a little bit further. Okay. Now it's tempting here when you do that to let the hips fall back. Instead, let the hips really stay stacked, if not draw forward slightly. So what I'd like to do is actually keep my right hand on my right hip bone to keep it from flying backwards. Okay. Now a couple more things. Well, actually, I'll show you what we're going to be doing, and then I'll give you some adjustments. So you're going to keep the right toes at the back of left heel, and you're going to lift up and leg back down. Lift up and leg back down. Now, if this is feeling too wobbly for you, you can bend your left knee. But there's still this idea that the right leg is kind of behind you and lifting and coming down. All right. So let's do it together. And again, your head can lay down here if you'd like to. All right, right hand on the right hip, keeping it kind of drawing forward slightly. Right foot, I should say, going back slightly. Inhale, lift the heel. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Lift and down. Lift and down, and keep going. And you don't have to lift it as high as you can, because if you do that, you start to overcompensate in your lower back, and we don't want really the back to move at all. So once you kind of hit where bone hits bone, that's as high as you go, and bring it back down. Up, down. We're doing about 15 to 20 of these all together. So I lost count, but I know that we're getting close. Let's do maybe 5 more. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bringing the leg down. Go ahead and roll back onto your belly. And then roll over to your right side. You can just roll to your right. I'm switching around just for camera's purpose here. Good. So less explanation this time because we've done this before. You're going to take your left foot, the top foot, bring the left toes to the back of the right heel. Bring your left hand onto your hip. So just to make sure the hip doesn't fly back again, it's either stay stacked or it even comes forward just slightly. All right, when you're ready, inhale, lift and down, lift and down, lift and down. Keep breathing as you do. I like to inhale, lift, exhale, bring it down, but do what feels good for you. About halfway there. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Roll onto your belly. Feel sensation for a moment. And then from here, we're going to move into crocodile pose. So just lift your head enough to look at me for a moment. We're going to start with the foot of the body all the way up to the head. So you're going to bring your feet about mat width apart and turn the inner arches to the floor. Good. This should help to open up the pelvis a little bit more so that the pelvis can relax into the ground. Now with the upper body, you're going to walk your elbows back and cross your arms in front of you. Now, we want to make sure is happening is that your chest is lifting off the floor here. The base of the rib cage can be down, but this is not a head plant. You're not doing this. As comfortable as this is not the pose. Instead, you slide the elbows back a little bit, rest the forehead on the back of the hands. The chest is lifting, and what this helps to do is spread the soft belly and the pelvis into the ground, which is an integral part of this pose. So just recapping that, just as you get set up, your feet are about your feet are about mat width apart. Inner arches resting on the ground, pelvis spreading into the floor. Your chest is lifting, arms crossed, forehead on the back of the hands or arms. And feeling the soft belly and the pelvis just spreading into the ground. And while this posture is calming and restorative as is, it can be heightened by using the abdominal breath. Might even feel counterintuitive here. But as you inhale, feel the belly press into the floor. And as you exhale, feel the belly soften against the floor. Inhale, belly presses into the ground. Exhale, belly softens into the ground. And just keep watching that movement, keeping the breath in the abdomen. Inhale, belly presses into the floor. Exhale, it relaxes into the floor. Staying here for about another half minute or so. This posture can be quite restorative. So if you feel fatigue or tiredness or calm or restedness, that's normal. And so allowing your first movement from here to be the thought of movement. Then I'll ask you to just deepen your breath, maybe bringing it up into the chest a little bit. Bring your legs closer together. And as you lift the head, take your time as you roll over onto your back. And we're not time to rest on our backs for good just yet, but we're getting close. We're going to do a couple more exercises. So as you roll over, bring your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees. Just doing a little bit of bridge pose. Feet pressing into the floor, your arms can stay down. Go ahead and lift the hips into the air. And exhale, gently bring them back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, lift, squeezing the glutes. And back down. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to hold it for about 5 breaths. Go ahead and lift up and stay. Keep squeezing the glutes. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing the glutes. Deep breath in. And exhale carefully. Bring the hips back down to the floor. And hugging your knees into your chest. Good. And then keep the knees in. Take the arms out to the sides. You could also do cactus arms here. You can keep your right shoulder grounded as you drop the knees to your left. Again, keeping the right shoulder grounded. You can even turn your chin to the right if you'd like. And maybe the left hand comes to rest gently on top of the right thigh. Just breathing here. You might even still be present to that restorative quality of our last posture, so just let that kind of linger. All right. When you're ready, carefully unwind, but only to do the other side. So keeping your left shoulder grounding, drop your knees to your right. Rounding the left shoulder, turn your chin to the left, and maybe the right hand rests gently on top of the left thigh. And just breathe, really taking in this moment that there's nothing that you have to worry about or do besides breathing and just feeling whatever is present for you in this pose. Again, the restorative quality of crocodile pose might still be with you. Just let that linger. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and carefully unwind with an inhale. Hug your knees in again, please. And then go ahead and curl your chin in towards your throat. Bring your forehead up towards your knees, shoulders lift, and then hold closer down toward your shins, maybe ankles. And keeping that tighter grip, relax the shoulders and the head back down. Now your tailbone might be lifting up off the ground here. Just think about rolling that back down or pressing the lower back flat to the earth. Breathe. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and release. And take your legs down to the floor, about mat width apart. Toes flopping out to the side, feeling the hips spread open. Your arms resting down by your sides, palms face up. Let your jaw and eyes relax. Now, earlier in crocodile pose, I asked you to breathe to your belly. I invite you again to breathe to your belly. Inhale, feeling the navel rise. And exhale, feeling the navel release. Inhale, navel rises. And exhale, it releases. You can even imagine that your mind is sitting directly on top of the abdomen, rising with the belly, releasing with the belly. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. peace, peace, peace. Taking a deeper, fuller breath, knowing that you can always return to the soft belly. For now, allow yourself to make some gentle movements in your hands and feet, your arms and legs. And as you're ready, rolling to your right side and eventually coming on up to a seat. So once you're in a seat, go ahead and bring your palms together and lower your chin. And honor yourself for the work you've done here today. And while you're at it, honor yourself for all the things in your life that you do for yourself, the daily maintenance stuff all the way to the big ones. And may all of that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until next time, namaste.